Welcome back to another episode of Seagull's Mazda 323 here. Today we're going to crack on with that carburetor install, the double Weber. Taking out the original and yeah, we're going to step it up with a bit of a performance upgrade on this. Fortunately, I actually got given a bag of coffee and a couple of these hats from a mate of mine who's got a friend who does this coffee here, Australian Warfighter Coffee. Supporting vets and doing amazing work there, so all in on that, and go check them out because it's really good coffee, and I should know, I drink a lot of it. So I got the original carburetor out and we're going to start prepping for the new carb to go in. And as I was doing it, I kind of noticed that I needed to do a few other things as well, so I ordered some more parts. New water pump, new alternator belt, new power steering belt, new timing belt, and we're going to do all of that, so they're on the way. But in the meantime, we're going to do this new carburetor, I should say. It's going to be running somewhere between 8 and 10 for timing, but yeah, we're going to fiddle with that once we get to that stage. But I'll just sort of show you what I've done so far and where we're at before I have to go and ride the old Deadly Treadly down to the hardware store and get some more high tensile bolts. But yeah, let's have a look. Alright, so that's the carburetor out. Here's your fuel line. Well, I pinched that off. You've got a whole heap of other stuff here that I'm not quite sure whether or not I'm actually going to need to use or not. I'll just quickly take this off because I will show you with the carburetor kit that I've got. You need to strip everything off back to your manifold, and then you'll need to remove the original studs that were on as well. So I'm just in the process of doing that now, and the way that I do this is to get two of the originals, just like so, tighten them up and then wind it off from the bottom, and then that way it'll pull your stud out nice and clean. Tidy this up and get the new part in. So if we have a look at that, here's the original. As you can see, it also comes with the heater plate, which is just sitting underneath, and it is shagged and completely burnt out. We're not going to need that anyway with the new one. It's yeah, it's going to go in the bin. But here's our new one. So we're just working on that. All your brackets and stuff in there. And I bought some new lines as well, just to update the vac lines, in and out, or anything that needs replacing. I did notice there was a bit of a reeky fuel smell in the cab when I had the AC on, so we're going to look at all the lines and just find which one was needs replacing, if not all of them. Rightio, so that's what the double Weber looks like on top of the 1992 Mazda BG. 1.6 litre 16 valve, 6 spec. Basically, it's all done. It is pretty straightforward, I will say that, but if you're a beginner, it'll be a challenge. This one probably took me about 4 hours. And yeah, probably could have been a bit quicker if I wasn't having so many cups of tea, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. It was a little bit of a challenge, but not too bad. So, Recarb in Queensland. They're the guys who do it. These setups for these cars, link in the description if you're interested. I had to change a lot of plumbing in here, because I had a lot of hosing that was just 30 years old and just, yeah, totally shagged. Holes everywhere, cracks everywhere in there, so everything you see that's blue has been switched out. And yeah, significant power increase, and I'm still yet to tune it, but wow. So it's probably idling a little lower than what it needs to, so I'm going to pick that up a little bit more with the tuning, but I can give you a bit of a taste of what it sounds like, eh? Oh baby, big goer, you've done it again.
For 1990, Mazda takes aim at small thinking. Introducing the all-new Mazda 323 Protege. Protege feels and drives like a much larger car, with more roominess than you'd expect in a small car. Smoother ride,